All right, today we're going to settle a classic tech debate, one that probably defined your movie collection for years. The good old silver DVD versus that premium blue Blu-ray disc. Let's get into it. You've probably been there, right? Standing in a store, holding two versions of the same movie, and wondering, is the Blu-ray really worth the extra cash? I mean, what is the actual difference? They look pretty much identical. So let's start with our first contender, the one we all know and love, the DVD. This thing was an absolute workhorse. It completely changed the game for home media and pretty much sent our bulky old VHS tapes into retirement.
At its heart, a DVD, which stands for Digital Versatile Disc, uses a red laser to read all the information stored on it. And that technology was perfect for its time. It allowed a standard disc to hold about 4.7 gigabytes of data, which was just right for the 480p standard definition video we were all watching.
But, our TVs started getting bigger, they got a lot better, and we just needed a new format to keep up. So, enter the challenger, Blu-ray. The high-definition successor that was designed from the ground up for a much sharper, way more detailed experience. Yeah, the Blu-ray disc, or BD for short, was engineered specifically for the HD era. Its whole reason for being was to store these massive 1080p video files. And that required a huge, huge leap forward in both picture quality and, of course, storage capacity. Okay, so here's the puzzle. We have two discs, same exact physical size, but one is just worlds apart from the other in what it can do. How is that even possible? Well, the big innovation that separates them, it's all about the laser. And this is where the difference just becomes staggering. A standard single-layer Blu-ray holds 25 gigabytes of data. That is more than 5 times the capacity of a DVD. And they even made dual-layer versions that could hold double that. It's insane. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you cram so much more information into the exact same amount of space? It almost seems like it shouldn't be possible, but the answer is actually incredibly clever. The secret, it turns out, has been hiding in plain sight this entire time. The blue in Blu-ray, that isn't just some cool marketing name. It's the literal key to the entire technology. Let's just look at the raw numbers. A DVD player uses a red laser, and its wavelength is 650 nanometers. A Blu-ray player, on the other hand, uses a blue-violet laser with a much shorter wavelength, just 405 nanometers. And that one change, well, it makes all the difference in the world. And here's the best way to picture it. Imagine you're trying to write on a piece of paper. The DVD's wide red laser is like using a thick marker, but the Blu-ray's much narrower blue laser, that's like using a super fine-tipped pen. With the pen, you can write way smaller and fit a ton more words onto the exact same page. It's the same principle. So, a finer laser is the key. Now let's take a look at how that one single difference creates this amazing domino effect, improving pretty much every technical aspect of how the disc performs. Because the blue laser is so much more precise, it can read and write to these tiny, tiny little data pits on the disk's surface. And that lets the spiral track of data on the disk get packed incredibly close together, which boosts both storage and speed. Let's look at the hard data. The space between those data pits on a Blu-ray is less than half of what it is on a DVD. This allows for a data transfer rate that's over 3 times faster. And that numeric aperture you see, that's just a fancy way of saying the laser can focus on a much, much finer point. See, it all goes back to the precision of that blue laser. So what does all this tech talk mean for your movie night? Well, more data and faster transfer speeds translate directly to a much, much higher resolution picture. We literally leap from the standard definition of a DVD all the way up to the crisp, detailed 1080p high definition of a Blu-ray. So to wrap it all up, Blu-ray gives you way more storage and obviously superior HD quality, and it's all thanks to its blue laser. And just remember, that laser technology means the compatibility only goes one way. A Blu-ray player can handle your old DVDs just fine, but a DVD player simply cannot read the tiny, densely packed data on a Blu-ray disc. Which, brings us to a final thought. In today's world of 4K streaming and huge digital libraries right at our fingertips, does physical media like this even have a future? Is this long, long battle for the perfect disc finally at an end? Or is there still a place for it on our shelves? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.